Fire alone can save our clan. ShadowClan has a dark new leader, but will he be satisfied with his power now, or does his desire for revenge burn even more strongly? Fireheart fears that there is a connection between the rise of Tigerstar and the terrible dreams of danger that haunts his nights. Meanwhile, a mysterious threat has invaded the forest, placing every cat's life in peril. Fireheart's beloved leader has turned her back on their warrior ancestors, and Fireheart can't help but wonder if she's right. Has StarClan abandoned them forever? Hi, I'm Rachel.
I'm Nova.
Welcome to Novel Nostalgia,
where we talk about the novels that make us nostalgic.
I'm excited.
This one I think is one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Not gonna lie. This one is... I think it's this one or number 6. I feel like 4 is probably... 4 and 2 are like my least favorite, and then... Yeah. The rest kind of like fall into place around there. Oh, I feel like I have to sneeze.
Oh no.
Maybe not. Maybe? Maybe.
Not the sneeze. The snez.
It's like coming and going. You know, like when it like kind of like sits and you're like...
Just remember. No, remember, you're not a fish.
Not a fish? What?
You're not a fish.
Is that supposed to help? Because it's not.
Oh, damn. It's supposed to.
It's like sitting like right where my glasses sit. Like it's just sitting there and it's like burning. And I'm
worst.
like, can we either just sneeze or can you go away? I don't care whichever one it is.
To sneeze or not to sneeze? That is the question.
Exactly. I did karaoke the other night on a stream. And apparently I slayed my rendition of Fergalicious.
Fergalicious definition.
And boys go loco. So that's apparently now my karaoke song.
Amazing.
Just thought you needed to know that.
Beautiful. I'm so happy. Fergalicious is a pretty top tier one. Not gonna lie to you.
Right? That one's good. It like has a great beat and is like a jam. You just get into it.
Yeah, it makes you kind of want to do a little dancey dance.
Let's see how badly I messed up these notes this time.
Retweet.
It's so funny because I was like, I know these books well enough that I can put minimal notes and it will be fine. And now I'm reading through and I'm like, wait, what happens?
Listen, every time I'm like, oh, I'll remember. I never remember. I don't know why I keep telling that to myself because my memory is terrible.
I literally have like 2 lines for chapter 1, 3 lines for chapter 1. And then I go to I'll show you this. People won't be able to see it, but you will.
Okay.
This is a book literally like half the size. The chapter 1 is like 5 pages long.
Oh,
God. It is an entire page of notes.
Oh, God.
Because I was like, God. I don't remember this one.
Fair.
So I apparently should have done that with these.
It'd be like that.
There are a few that I have picked out that are like this thick. Like a couple inches thick. I'm like, these might be multiple part episodes. Just for how vast they are. But I might need like an entire notebook just for these.
Yeah, vibe. I know. I still gotta do all of my notes for Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be great. But like that one's a wild ride. And then we have to watch the movie.
Okay, yes.
It's required by law, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, we can do that. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Because I just want you to see it. I don't know. We might have to like illegally download it, but I don't know if it is anywhere, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fine. It happens. Wait, let me see. I love that I can spell, I cannot spell. That Google now is like, watch movie now. Oh, look! Disney Plus.
Is it on Disney Plus? It is a Disney movie.
It says Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Watch movie. Disney Plus.
I'm surprised that they didn't take it off, to be honest. Because It's one of those. It's fine, but it's like it's so old that I'm sure it doesn't hold up super well.
I think they've done pretty good at like if it's not a holding up one, they usually have like a disclaimer.
Warning.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know
Um,
how well it would hold up, to be honest.
because I've seen a few of them on things that is like we've left it as is, but we just need you to know like this is not like we don't agree to this anymore kind of thing.
Yeah. I remember so little of this movie, but I can tell you it was like my favorite movie when I was a kid.
Yep, Disney Plus.
Okay. I'm excited.
No illegally downloading here.
Amazing.
I just love that Google has that now of like you Google something, it tells you where you can find it.
Oh, I know.
And it's like bless. Absolutely bless.
I know, because it's like so much easier than looking at my 17 streaming platforms.
That's what I used to do. I literally go through each one. I'm like, nope, nope,
Yep.
nope, nope. And then it
Yeah.
also will say like how much it is on YouTube if you want to rent it or something.
Top
And
tier.
I'm like, heck yes.
Amazing.
We love when it's that easy. Google top tier with this. Nailing
Truly.
it.
Okay, Nova. Let's get into it.
Okay. We sure we haven't met our 20-minute
Yeah, our 20-minute fuck
rambling
around.
section.
It's fine. It's amazing. We're doing great.
It's okay. We usually have part of it in the middle. So, we haven't just got there that part yet.
Yeah, it's fine.
So the prologue starts with a pack of dogs breaking free from their kennels. And all they got in their head is like, pack, kill, kill. And I'm like,
Spooky.
fair. It's funny because that's how the dogs are in this series, but then you read like their survival series, whatever, what is it called? Survivors. It's all dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And they like are intelligent beings. But in Warriors, they're not intelligent beings. They know like 3 words.
Listen, you gotta dumb it down for the kids. Yep, just dumb it down for the kids.
So they break free, and it's like, well, here we go. Because, pack of dogs in the woods is never good.
Yeah.
Especially because domestic dogs don't kill for food, they kill for sport.
Yeah.
Whereas, you release a pack of wolves into a place, they're not going to kill anything that they don't need to.
Yeah.
Not how they are. But domestic animals, that's where the issue comes in. Because they're like, hey, this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
So then we get back to the gathering, which we ended off of the last book. And Tiger Star now leads ShadowClan, and he's like, yo, what up? I'm leader now. And he was prophesized. And the medicine cat tells a little bit about it. And so Fireheart is like, shit, I don't think I can mention his betrayal now. Like, it's just, like, doesn't feel right anymore. Because, yeah, he did these bad things, but, he's got what he wants. He wanted to be leader. He's a leader. Yeah. He can deal with his own clan. It'll be fine. So they go home, and he tells Bluestar. And Bluestar obviously not taking it well. Because now that
Bluestar's just having a full break.
Right? She's just having mental breakdown at this point. Like, so she wants even more patrols, and they already were stretched thin as possible last time, and now they're even stretched thinner.
Mm-hmm.
And Fireheart is like, crap. So
Fireheart's like, dog, I don't really know how you're gonna make me do this.
Right? He's like, I gotta go tell everybody they need to go on more patrols. How wonderful. Great.
He's like, Bluestar, what if you just told them, actually?
Right? So he's talking to Cinderpelt, and Cinderpelt is just really struggling with Yellowfang, missing Yellowfang. Also, side note, the way I wrote Cinderpelt is like top tier handwriting for me, and I'm like, can I just cut this out and frame it right now?
Yep.
Like, it's actually decent. Everything else is just like chicken scratches, and then it's like, that's beautiful. Thank you. I'm keeping that.
See, like, when people are like, oh, we need someone with good handwriting to write on the sign, I'm like, don't ask me. Never ask me.
Right.
My handwriting is legible, and that's it.
I
Like, you
get
can
really
read it.
nice, like, big loops, like, kind of stuff
Mhm.
going on. Yeah, I'm gonna send you this one, like, word, because I love it. But otherwise, it is just straight chicken scratching. Like, here you go. You're gonna get, because I am obsessed with it. And my phone is like, how do I function like a phone? It's
Same,
it's
same.
figuring it out, but this is the first phone that I've had that hasn't like died after 2 years. I shouldn't say
Yeah,
died, like it's just kind of obviously the technological advancements
that
are
does
just
look good.
great. And you kind of get like 2 years into a phone and it's like, I'm out, peace. My last one just like had images burned into the screen. Like you could see the
Oh,
keyboard when the keyboard wasn't up.
my last phone could not triangulate itself with GPS anymore. So whenever I had to go to locations, I had to use it like an old-fashioned paper map
Yeah.
and like zoom in. Like I could route there,
Yeah.
but as soon as you start driving, it would completely lose itself. So I had to pull up the instructions and figure out where I was. And
Yeah.
I was in Fort Lauderdale, which I had never like lived in
I
before.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was so confused. I was like, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know how to get anywhere. Like it was really bad.
Yeah.
And uh, so I got this phone in like what right when the iPhone 11 came out. I
Mhm.
got this one, which is an iPhone 11, and I have not gotten a new one since.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping it holds on for dear life because I'm not getting anything anytime soon if I can avoid it. Oh, a
Look,
lot of
he
eye
uses doing.
contact. He's like,
I know. He's gonna go see his daddy. Oh, now he's back. I gotta finish. I do.
he's like grumble, grumble, grumble.
He's looking at me like, I think that's complete bullshit. So let's go cuddle now. Sandstorm and Fireheart go out hunting, and they find Great Stripe, and Great Stripe's like, "Hello," and of course they have a little catch up, as they do. And then they come back, and Cinderpelt tells Fireheart about a dream she had. I think this is where she tells him like the pack, pack, kill, kill part.
Mm-hmm.
Did I write it down? No, but I think that's what it is. That's all she could really make out of it. Um, and he's like, "What does it mean?" And she's like, "I don't know." Like, same, girl, same. The
Same.
amount of dreams that I have weird things in them that I'm like, huh? I gotta like find an app or something for dream stuff because I need to know some of these answers of my own
There used
dreams.
to be a website I would look at, but I don't remember what it's called.
I have one. The most I have is I get very upset because I start losing teeth.
Mm,
And apparently that's something about like insecurities. And I'm like,
interesting.
that tracks.
I keep having this like reoccurring nightmare that I forgot to like put clothes on. Like I left the house and
Yep.
forgot. I don't
Don't
know.
do it.
Yeah.
I have ones about high school, but like it varies of like what's happening. It's just like the people from high school.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually a few people are good and on my side.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a battle or anything, but like that's just the vibe. And then other people are other people. So I'm like, I gotta figure out what those mean because like I keep having them. I'm like, it has been almost 10 years
Yeah.
since high school. Like,
Literally.
I don't need to be having dreams where I'm going to class and having a crisis because I don't remember what's on this test.
Yeah.
And failing high school and not being able to go to college. Like, I've graduated college too. What is this?
I keep having a dream that like I forgot that I had signed up for a class
Yep.
and like I missed a bunch of assignments.
Mm-hmm. It's like, why?
I don't know. I hate it.
I mean, yes, I am thrown off every September when school comes back around and I'm like, wait, I'm not in school. What am I doing? Like, why?
Facts.
Dreams are weird, man. So Fireheart thinks it's time for the apprentices to become warriors, and so he goes and talks to Bluestar, and Bluestar is questioning all of them. It's like, well, what about this one? What about this one? What about this one? And so Fireheart talks to her about it, and she's like, I'm only going to allow Cloudpaw to be a warrior because he's your apprentice, and that's the only one I trust. So Fireheart's like, nope, you're right. Maybe they need more time. Because, like, there's still two that are Cinderpelt and Brackenfur's siblings that are still apprentices. They are full grown cats at this point.
Oh my
And then
God.
Swiftpaw, who is a little bit younger than them, but older than like Cloudpaw. So Fireheart's like, yeah, no, that's not how we are doing things. They can all be apprentices longer. It's fine.
Yeah.
So
He's like,
he
this is
goes out,
dumb.
right? He's like, no, this is not how we're doing this. Like, they all deserve to be it just as much as Cloudpaw. Like, this is just not okay. So he goes out into the clearing and he's watching some of the kids play and whatnot. And Brackenfur comes up to him and is like, I think there's something wrong with Snowkit. Fireheart's like, okay, like maybe just like watch kind of and see and do what you can. Because Brackenfur is like, I want Snowkit as an apprentice. I was hoping like I'd get that one. So I've been kind of trying to get to know him and something's wrong. So Fireheart's like, just keep an eye on him, see what you can do. I'll try and see if Cinderpelt can check on it without Speckletail, the mother, who's about an elder, like without her not really realizing kind of thing. She's it's her only kit. It's her last litter, so she's like, my kid.
Yeah.
So,
Spoiling the kitten,
right? She's like, this is my kid. This is my last baby. You're not doing this. So Golden Flower comes up to Fireheart because he's watching Bramble Kid again. And she's like, they don't know about their dad, and I want you to tell them because they look up to you. You need to be the one to say something. Fireheart's like, shit. So they go to the next gathering. I believe this is the next gathering. And Fireheart is sitting down and he's talking with Running Nose, the ShadowClan medicine cat. And Running Nose is talking to him. And he's like, we're curious as why Tiger Star was not in ThunderClan. Like, what happened, but that's not for you guys to discuss. Like, whatever happened, he came here, he was prophesized here. It's fine, it works. And then he admits to Fireheart that Nightstar never received his 9 lives. He was actually rejected by StarClan because Broken Star was still technically the leader.
Oh my God.
So they fibbed about it and called Nightstar and made the clan believe it because they were like, they needed a leader. And so when they were like, the sickness, we lied and said it was just like killing him a life a night. He only had 1 life. So when he died, he died. That was it. Yeah, so that was like a big. Fireheart was like, what? And then why are you telling me this? Because you're ShadowClan or ThunderClan? But like, that's just like goes to show how Fireheart was so different from everyone else. Of like, even other clans were trusting him with stuff.
Yeah, Fireheart's like, that's wild, man.
Yeah, he's like, oh well, I guess this will. I hope that helped you, letting me know your secret, and now we can both carry it to the grave. So then Princess finds Fireheart and Sandstorm and asks how they are. She like comes into the forest and they're like, what are you doing? And she was like, I saw the fire and I needed to know you guys were fine. Like, how's Cloudpaw? How's everything? They're like, yeah, our home was destroyed a little bit, but we're rebuilding. It'll be fine. It's all good. Whatnot. And while they're out there, a vehicle with 2 legs shows up. They pop out and they're like looking around for something, screaming. And so they're like, what is going on? Princess is like, I don't understand them, but I think they're looking for something.
Yeah.
And Sandstorm makes a comment about, like, Two Legs are just, like, don't know what they're doing or whatnot. And Fireheart's like, oh, I think they know what they're doing. And that's
Mhm.
what counts, is they have some plan, whether or not it's actually good or not. They're doing
Yeah.
something, and we don't like it. So they leave Princess. They tell her to, like, go home, that they're fine. Fireheart will come see her again. So Sandstorm and Fireheart go to the other side of the territory, and Missyfoot finds Fireheart and asks for help with Greypool. She can't find Greypool anywhere. She's
Mhm.
like, she disappeared. We can't find her. Can you keep an eye out for her? Fireheart's like, yeah, I'll come help you look. And he turns to Sandstorm and is like, go tell everyone at camp, like, if they find her, she's an elder, she's not doing too good. Don't harm her, just bring her back to RiverClan. So
Mhm.
Sandstorm goes off to tell everybody. Fireheart starts going looking and sees her with Tiger Star. Tiger Star approaches Greypool.
Mhm.
And Fireheart is like, oh crap. He's like, okay,
Yeah.
he's an ass, but maybe he's not so bad that he's gonna hurt this cat. It doesn't
Yeah.
seem like it. He's kind of like, what the heck is this cat doing?
Mhm.
And Fireheart gets close enough to listen,
Mhm.
and Greypool starts talking to Firestar like he's a different cat. And Tiger Star is like, hello? What? And he kind of goes along with it. And Fireheart's
Mhm.
like, crap. So Greypool mentions about two kits in RiverClan that belonged to ThunderClan. Fireheart is like, shit.
Oh no.
Because that's the last cat they need to know about it. And so Tiger Star is like, tell me more.
Tiger Star's like writing in his notebook.
Yeah, jotting down notes. Cats not loyal to clans. Who are they?
Interesting. Yeah.
So
Tell
he
me their
tries to
names.
get, like, yeah, he tries to get the names out of her, and then she realizes he is not who she thought he was,
Mhm.
and she backs up and goes off a ravine.
Eh.
And Fireheart is like pissed. He comes running out, and Tiger Star's like, shit, and he like runs away. And I'm like, you can't really blame him. Like, yeah, he's kind of a jerk, but like,
Yeah.
she panicked and went over backwards. Like,
Did she die?
yeah, she dies.
Oh.
She falls down like the ravine, and I think she hits her head on a rock.
Oh God.
So Mistyfoot shows up, and Fireheart's like, I couldn't get to her in time. She slipped and fell.
Mhm.
Because, it's not wrong. It's not like Tiger Star was like, yeet, off the
I would have been like,
edge.
Tiger Star pushed her. Do with
Right.
that what you will.
He just didn't want to cause like an issue. Like, Great Pool
I
was
want to cause
old.
an issue.
Right. um, Tiger Star obviously wasn't going to do anything. Like, he's probably going to like help her to get more info. Um, but yeah, so Mistyfoot takes care of Greypool, Fireheart goes back to camp, and Cinderpelt is like, Snowkit is deaf. So that's what's up with the kit, is he cannot hear.
Yeah.
He's learning signals because they like test the kit, and
Mhm.
Speckletail will like flick her tail for things.
Mhm.
And the kit's like, okay, I'm coming.
Mhm.
And Cinderfelt's like, no, now have Fireheart call him and do not move. So
Yeah.
Fireheart's like calling him, and the kid is like,
La 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 la. Oh.
so Cinderpelt is like, unfortunately, I don't think he's ever going to be a warrior. And Speckletail's
Mhm.
pissed. And Fireheart's like, like, as much as, like, like, they have disabilities,
Mhm.
like, yeah, he can't really go hunting very well. He's not gonna be able to do stuff. But, like, what could he do?
Probably a
They need
medicine
more
cat.
jobs. They need more jobs here,
Yeah. Truly.
Like, what can the deaf cat do? Like, yes, he can't hear things.
Mhm.
But, like, we have a blind cat later on who ends up being a medicine cat.
Yeah. I hate that the only job is warrior or singular medicine cat.
Right? Like, they could do a lot more things. I think
I
they
guess
get like later on a mediator that's kind of like cat lawyer in a way.
amazing.
But it's like there's only two jobs, or you become an elder and you just like sit around all day.
I guess you could also be a mom. That's the other option.
Yeah, that's really it. So it's just like they don't have many options here.
No,
So
definitely
this kid
not.
is basically told he's just gonna go straight to the elder's den and never do anything.
No, no.
I know, I'm like, poor baby, he could do something, right? So ThunderClan is starting to find signs of dogs in their territory, and they're like, this is weird. And they're kind of like, okay, maybe it's just like a loose dog. Like it happens sometimes. We'll go home, but it's still like they're on high alert. They're already on high alert, but now it's even more so.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they're kind of all chilling in camp, and a hawk shows up. And of course, like the forest is still healing, so like there's not a lot of cover right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they are like wide open
Mm-hmm.
camp here. And so they all go running to hide. But one of their members is deaf and cannot hear that something is going on.
Oh God.
So Speckletail starts screaming for her kit, but the kit can't hear. And the hawk swoops down and picks it up and
No.
goes off with it.
Oh God.
Bracken Fur is like, I can go get it. And Fireheart's like, knows that it's not worth it. But the way like Bracken Fur is looking and everyone's like panicking, he's like, okay, go. And another cat goes with him, but I can't remember which one it is. They go taking off through the forest after it. And so they end up coming back at some point, and they're like, we lost it around 4 trees. Like it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So with all this happening, Bluestar flat out announces she's like, StarClan's at war with ThunderClan. So everyone is like, what is going on?
Mm-hmm.
They're losing it at this point. They're like, what is happening? This is not good.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes back to her dad, and Fireheart's like, it's all right. You know, she's just struggling. You know, the fire really got to her mentally with everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
StarClan's not at war with us. Like, it's just, she's, don't worry about it. But like him and Cinderpelt and White Storm are like, how are we managing this?
Yeah.
What the hell are we gonna do here? Okay. So Speckletail is like, I'm done. I'm ready to be an elder. That was my last kit. I can't do it anymore. And so they're like, yep, like this, all good. You'll be an elder. You deserved it. She's just having like a rough ass time.
Yeah, for sure. Understandable too.
She's just like going into the elder's den, but she's obviously not all there herself.
Mm-hmm.
So they go to the next gathering, and Leopard Star is now the leader of River Clan. Crooked Star has died, lost his last life, and now Leopard Star is the leader.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of like crap. Because Crooked Star is a little more like on Bluestar's level of, you know, we can make things work, but also like we're obviously going to think of our clan first, and Leopard Star is like, no. Also, Fireheart's like, we kind of, Bluestar said we owed them, and of course, you know, Leopard Star's not going to let that go.
Mm-hmm.
So at this gathering, Bluestar doesn't believe it's dogs stealing prey, that it's Wind Clan. And so she flat out is like, you're stealing our prey.
She hit her midlife crisis and she's getting senile.
Right? So they go, like everything's busting out in chaos at this point. They go home, and Bluestar's like, I need to lead an attack on Wind Clan. Like, this cannot happen. Like, we're going to figure this out. And Fireheart is like,
Heart's like, come on, calm down, Grandma.
He's like, I don't know what to do. So he asked StarClan Spotted Leaf and Yellowfang for help. He's like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Like, we can't go to war with that. It's not them. We all know it's not them. Bluestar's the only one in the clan that it's like, it's Wind Clan. Everyone else in the clan is like, we have a dog problem. She's not convinced at all. So, Fireheart finds Darkstripe taking Bramblekit and Tawny-Kit to see Tiger Star. And he's like, where are they going?
Yeah.
So he's kind of following silently, and Darkstripe's like, we're going to go meet your dad. Your dad wants to meet you. And they go over towards, like, the Thunder Path, and Tiger Star starts kind of talking with them, and Fireheart at first is like, okay, like, he's just chatting, like, there's nothing to say that he can't talk to his kids, you know? It's like, it's weird. Well, then they're like, what happened? And so Tiger Star's like, well, let me tell you the truth. And Fireheart is like, yep, no, we're not doing that. So he walks up and he's like, hi, guys, how are you doing? And Tiger Star, Darkstripe are like, shit.
Fuck.
The kids are like, hi, Fireheart, look, this is our dad. He's a leader of ShadowClan. And he's like, oh, that's so great. And he's like, Darkstripe, does their mom know where they are? He's like, why don't you take them back to camp? Like, we'll see your dad another time. It's fine. Totally, like, playing, like, the innocent kind of thing.
Yeah, cool dad moment.
Tiger Star is pissed.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Fireheart goes to Wind Clan and is like, I need to talk to Tallstar. So he talks to Tallstar and he's like, look, we know it's not you. Bluestar's not doing good, like, right now. Kind of like not being like not doing good, but like in a way that Tallstar kind of gets it without being like, oh, they're weak.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, she's just struggling. We just lost like a kid, you know, like,
yeah.
There's just a lot happening. And we don't want to fight as much as you guys don't want it. Can we like meet in peace? Like have a peaceful meeting. And like, can you make it your idea? Like not that it came from me, but like from you.
Yeah.
And so Tallstar's like, fine. He doesn't really want to fight either. Yeah. And he's like, okay, the deputy of this clan is coming and being like, yo, we don't want this.
Yeah,
like,
nobody wants this, you know.
So, Fireheart goes home, tells all the warriors what's gonna happen. And they're like, you went behind her back. He was like, we all know this is dumb. Like, we know this is not the course of action that needs to happen. And so they kind of talk about stuff, and some of them are like, we're going to follow Bluestar regardless. And then others are like, we agree. We think this is a good idea. We'll back you, kind of thing. So she's very, like, mentally ill. Yeah. She's not doing very good. I was like, I believe they went and saw it. Apparently I just didn't write it down. Oh, it's right there. Wind Clan and Thunder Clan have their meeting. Wow, I can read. It's fine. I think they send Ravenpaw to bring the message because obviously he's from Thunder Clan. And Bluestar's like grouchy, but they go have their meeting. And Wind Clan's like, look, something is taking our food too. Like, we promise it's not us. And they manage to smooth it out. Bluestar is still very like, I think it's probably you, but like, fine, I'll let it go. So she's clearly mentally ill at this point. She's just having a rough go of it. And Longtail comes up to Fireheart and is mad that Swiftpaw hasn't become a warrior yet. And Fireheart's like, bro, I know. I am trying. It's just not going well. And he's trying not to say like that, oh, it's because you supported Tiger Star. You know, even though Longtail was like, screw you, buddy. Like, that's not how we act. Yeah. Obviously, Bluestar's untrusting. And so he's like, I promise I'm getting to it. She's had other things on her mind. I'm working on it. Like, he deserves it. 100%. I believe you. It's a crime that he hasn't yet. Yeah. He's like, don't worry, it's on the to-do list. They're like on the same level, kind of, at this point of Fireheart's like, I feel you, bro. Like, I'm pissed too. Yeah. I am trying to do it as a diplomatic way, and I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
So then
He's
they
like,
notice
sorry, a
Bluestar.
lot's going on.
Yeah, right. They're he's just like, I have so much that I'm taking care of. I'm basically running this clan right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying.
Yep.
She still makes all the decisions, but I'm running this joint.
Mm-hmm.
So they notice Bluestar's missing.
Amazing.
Like, shit, what happens? So she comes back, and they're like, where'd you go? And she's like, I went to the Moonstone so I could challenge StarClan for abandoning us.
Great. Amazing.
Right? She's like,
So glad that happened.
They told her of an evil pack to be aware of as they will harm ThunderClan.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't know what the heck that means. And is all like, grumble, grumble. She's losing all faith at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, like, such a great answer. Whatever. And Cinderfelt is like, I think that's what was in my dream.
Yep.
It's like, great. So Bluestar comes out one day and is like, I'm leading a patrol today. And they're like, okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
So they follow her and they end up at Sunning Rocks because Leopard Star wants to fight for the Sunning Rocks.
Oh my god.
And Bluestar's like, oh, well, no. So they get into a fight, and I think Mistyfoot or Stonefur goes to like attack Bluestar. Fireheart's like, no, you're not touching her. That's your mom. And they're like,
Yeah.
what do you mean that's our mom? Just shakes their entire worldview right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like pissed because they're like, no, Greypool was our mom. He's like, no, your mom was Bluestar. She gave you up because she was like, the only other cat that would have been up for deputy was basically a Tiger Claw of their time. Like, it wasn't going to be a good choice. So she's like, I gotta put the clan first. So they're in the middle of a fight, and Greystripe attacks Leopard Star to protect Fireheart. That's currently his leader. So she's like, you're a traitor, get the hell out.
Yeah.
You're not coming back with us. And so Greystripe's like, can I come back? And so they go to Bluestar, and they end up keeping the Sunning Rocks. They've won this battle.
Mm-hmm.
And Fireheart's like, can Greystripe come back? He protected us. He fought with us.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of looks at him and she's like, sure, what's one more traitor in the clan full of traitors?
Jesus Christ.
And the rest of the cats are sitting there and they're like, she doesn't trust any of us? Like, they knew there was some shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, they're just, like, getting to the point where they're realizing how bad she is. And she doesn't trust any of them. And they're like, what? Fireheart is like, shit.
You ever watch someone with like early Alzheimer's?
I think, yeah.
I feel like that's kind of what they were trying to accomplish here.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what's supposed to be happening. I don't know. I don't know if I'm reading too much into it or not.
I think it's a more PTSD.
Maybe.
That, you know,
Could
she
be.
trusted this cat and then he tried to murder her and she's like, who the hell am I supposed to trust now? Like,
Yeah.
you all could try and murder me.
Or a shitty combination of the two. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. So they kind of go home and Fireheart is like, this whole clan has just been shaken. She has just said she doesn't trust them. They're like, what the hell is going on? He's like, great, more work for me.
Yep.
So Greystripe is back in ThunderClan, and a few of them are like, the hell are you doing? And others are like, okay, hi. So Bluestar is like, we're making Cloudpaw a warrior. He fought well. And the other ones with the older apprentices are like, are you kidding me? Longtail is pissed. He's like, are you serious? Because Bluestar doesn't believe in StarClan anymore. Cloudtail has a crappy ass ceremony. It
Yeah.
is terrible. But he's like, okay, I'm a warrior now. It's great. It's fine. Like, this is what I want. He didn't believe in StarClan anyway, so it works out perfect. He's like, excellent. I'm a warrior. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh god.
So Swiftpaw and Brightpaw decide that they need to do something big for the clan, and they go
Yeah.
after the dogs.
Oh my god.
And Swiftpaw is dead, and Fireheart feels so guilty because he's like, Bluestar just made him a warrior, it would be fine. And so Fireheart is like really struggling with this. But Brightpaw is alive, and she keeps quoting Pack, Pack, Kill, Kill. And like, she's having some PTSD here now, too.
Oh, poor baby.
So they take her back to camp, and like, Cinderpelt is like, oh, I think she'll be fine, but like, I don't know. Because half of her face is just like gone at this point.
Yeah.
She's missing an ear and an eye, and it's all scarred. So Bluestar is like, all right, well, Brightpaw, you are now Lost Face.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So, because like they give like obviously she's going into the Elder's Den, she's injured, severely injured, and they usually get a warrior name even if they're like going into the Elder's Den. So she gives Tawnypaw and Bramblepaw to cats. She gives Bramblepaw the Fireheart because he was like, I want to take this cat because he's worried, a little baby with the same eyes as his dad.
Yeah.
And so Fireheart told her to pass on Sandstorm and give Brackenfur Tawnypaw. Sandstorm is pissed. She's like, I have been waiting for an apprentice. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
So Bramblepaw and Tawnypaw, they take him out, and he finally tells them the truth of their dad. What happened. And they're both like, oh shit.
What the hell?
And it kind of is making sense to them because they're like, the clan treated us weird. And so Fireheart is like, you're not your dad. So yeah, it's still kind of fresh, but the clan believes in you. You're not your dad. So Lost Face is to go hang out with the elders while she recovers. And Cinderpelt is sneaky by being like, hey, can you look after Speckletail? Because Speckletail could lose some looking after. And then goes to Speckletail and is like, hey, can you look after Lost Face? Because she needs someone to look after her. And basically gets them to take care of each other without knowing. Like, Lost Face knows, like, it's a ploy. But Speckletail doesn't. I think she suspects it, but she's like, don't care. I have a cat to look after now. So she's all happy. Yep. She's like, this full-grown cat is now my kitten.
Yeah. She's like, this is my baby.
Yep. So she's happy with that. So Tiger Star wants his kits and demands them at the next gathering. He's like, they are mine. They belong with me.
No, bitch.
And ThunderClan is like, are you kidding me? Like, they were born ThunderClan. You were ThunderClan when they were born.
Yeah.
They live here.
Firepaw's like, or Fireheart is like, bruh, fuck you. LOL.
All of ThunderClan is like, no.
Yeah.
They're part of ThunderClan. Like, you don't even think about it. So then Cloudtail, Fireheart, Gracerape, and Lost Face go and visit Princess. Because Cloudtail's like, I want to go tell Mom. And so Fireheart's like, okay, let's go. And Cloudtail is like in love with Lost Face. So he's like, come with me. Princess is all excited for Cloudtail, but then sees Lost Face and is horrified.
Yeah, that's fair.
And had a pretty papered life. Lost Face wants to see herself because she's like, this cat just freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
And so they take her to a puddle, and she is like, oh, I am horrid.
No.
And Cloudtail is like, no, you're not. You look beautiful, just like always. And it's like loving on her and stuff. And
Yeah.
like,
Hard eyes, hard eyes, hard eyes.
literally, he doesn't care what she looks like. He's just
Yeah.
like, you're amazing.
Yeah.
So Longtail tries to tell Fireheart that he was scenting Tiger Star. And Fireheart is like, you're a traitor and whatnot, turns on him. And Cinderpelt is like, you're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed here. He's trying to tell you, what the hell are you doing? So Fireheart like reluctantly goes back to Longtail, who's trying to tell Whitestorm the same thing, and Whitestorm is like, dude. And so Fireheart's like, okay, I'm sorry. I let my feelings get the best of me. What were you trying to say? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so Tiger Star is feeding the pack of dogs that's in the ThunderClan territory.
Tiger Heart. Oh wait, no, Tiger Star. I thought we were still talking about. Okay, yes. All right. Sorry.
And so they're like, oh shit. And so
Yeah.
Fireheart's like, thank you for telling us that. And Longtail's like, I'm not with him anymore. Like, I know I was, but my loyalties are here and I'll do whatever I can to prove it. Kind of thing. And so Fireheart's like, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So Sandstorm and Fireheart say I love you to each other.
Adorable.
Which is adorable. And they realize that Tiger Star has left a rabbit trail leading right up to the ThunderClan camp.
Jesus Christ.
At the end of this trail, he killed Brindleface, one of their warriors queens. This is like the cat that took care of Cloudpaw.
Mm-hmm.
She's the mother of Fernpaw and Ashpaw.
Mm-hmm.
Killed her, left her at the very end, so they get the taste of cat.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So Fireheart is like, all right, everyone, we're leaving now.
Yeah.
We're
Get the
going to
fuck
the Stunning
out.
Rocks.
Yep.
We need to go over there. We cannot be here when this happens. He's like, we're going to try and break the train, but who knows at this point? They've been sitting for a while. So he then starts a relay with different cats to run and lead the dogs away from camp to the gorge. He's like, that's probably our best shot.
Mm-hmm.
So he's picking out like the fastest cats and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And Fernpaw and Ashpaw are like, we know we're little, but like, that's our mom. We want to help. So he does put them in the relay. Like, okay. So Darkstripe tries to take Bramblepaw and Tawnypaw away from the camp.
Mm-hmm.
And Fireheart is like, did you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I just want to get them out of the way. He's like, no, they're going with their mom to Stunning Rocks. Yeah. And he convinces Bluestar to go and be a leader. He's like, you need to go with them. You need to be their leader.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get him out of camp. She's like, oh, fine, okay. So the relay goes through the forest, and it's going pretty well. And Fireheart is the last runner.
Oh, God.
And as he's running, Tiger Star shows up, knocks him down, holds him down so the dogs can catch up. Yeah, so he's like, too bad. So Fireheart gets attacked by one of the dogs, and he's like, well, I guess this is it. And he's just like, I hope they stay away from the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, out of nowhere, Bluestar attacks the dog, and they go right into the gorge.
Oh my god.
Her and all the dogs go into it. And he's like, oh my god, Bluestar. So he goes running along the gorge to find her. She's in the water. And he hops right into the water. And he's like, I gotta get her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mistyfoot and Stonefur were on the other side. And they come help get them out.
Yeah.
And she apologizes to them. And it's like, I'm sorry. Like, I know you might never forgive me. And whatnot. And they end up forgiving her.
Oh.
She's like, oh. And so Fireheart's like, what the heck is happening?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I realized that the clan was loyal and that StarClan didn't turn their backs on us when she was at Stunning Rocks. And she's like, watching all the cats helping each other hide, climb the trees. They're like all helping each other. And
Mm-hmm.
she's like, I was sitting there and realized that ThunderClan isn't bad. They're all
Mm-hmm.
loyal to each other. They're loyal to us. And StarClan didn't abandon us.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, I gotta go help.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I have a quote that I wrote down that she tells Fireheart. She goes, Fire alone will save the clan. You never understood, did you? Not even when I gave you your apprentice name, Firepaw. And I doubted it myself when fire raged through our camp. Yet I see the truth now. Fireheart, you are the fire who will save ThunderClan. You will
Oh.
be a great leader, one of the greatest the forest has ever known. You will have the warmth of fire to protect your clan and the fierceness of fire to defend it. You will be Firestar, the light of ThunderClan. And then she dies.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
And so he's like, oh my god, what the hell? And Mistyfoot and Stonefur are there grieving with him. They're kind of like supporting him, and they're like, we can help bring her back to camp for you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yes. And that's kind of where it ends, of him being like, losing his mentor, basically mom.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna have to lead, and he's like, wow. The world's on my shoulders. Great.
Terrible. Ripping my heart apart.
Right? I was so mad that's where that one ended. It was just like, dead. They're like, we'll help take her back to camp for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's where we ended.
Yeah. Ugh.
I,
Good Lord.
pain. Absolute pain.
Yeah.
I was, as a kid, I wanted more of Bluestar, but I was like, at the same time, obviously it's Fireheart's story.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously he's gonna become leader. As soon as he was named deputy, I was like, okay, he's being leader at the end of this.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so like, Bluestar, no, come back.
Yeah. Ugh. I'm excited for the next book, though.
Yes. This one was pretty good.
So we can stop messing up saying Firestar. I mean...
Right? It's so hard, especially when you know, like, where they end up. And you're like, oh, this one. Oh, this one. It's like, no,
Yeah.
wait a minute. That's not actually who it is. Not yet, anyway. Accidental spoiler alert.
It's fine.
But he does become pretty good leader.
Yeah. I'm excited.
A lot of things.
I'm excited for the next book.
A lot of things. Which I'm happy about. I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's, basic leader. Like, I'm like, he does a lot.
Yeah. Fuck off. It's fine.
He is our little anxiety boy who came from a two-legged place and was like, hey,
I got
he does
this.
his best.
Truly.
And he thinks of like all the clans, not just his. And I think that's what makes him so great. Because even though other clans hate it sometimes, it's like he's like, I'm not gonna let you suffer either. Multiple times throughout the book are like, wow, are you trying to control our clan too? And he's like, no, I'm just trying to help.
Literally.
I even wrote down who he gets his lives from for the next one, so I was like, I had to include that because it was all too good. So good.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yes.
But I guess that's all we have for this episode.
Heck yeah. I hope you had tissues.
Yeah, right? But
I mean, we couldn't go as much into detail as like, other podcasts do when they're going over this. So maybe you didn't cry as some of the other people do.
My little heart felt.
The first time I read this, I cried.
That's fair.
I did. I was like,
I probably did too. I don't remember though.
I got far enough in the series. I've gotten to Firestar's death.
No.
That was painful.
Yeah.
But honestly, such a good way for him to go. I know people are kind of unhappy about it, but it was like, no, that was perfect.
Yeah, I don't
That was
remember.
the arc he needed. I don't think you got that far.
I don't. Probably not.
I can tell you about it if you want me to off of this.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I'll let you know. Possible.
Okay. I'm that person that doesn't really care about spoilers, but I know other people do, so I'm like,
My memory's so bad that by the time I get to reading it, I've completely forgotten.
I mean, even me, like, just being like, hey, this is what happens. When you get to read it, it is so much more powerful reading it
Yeah.
that, like, it would just hit you all again.
Ugh. Ugh.
So, it was too
Memory.
good.
But I guess we'll see you all in 2 weeks.
Heck yeah.
And then we're going to talk more about, beginning days of Firestar.
Yes.
So it's
Baby
going to be great.
Firestar. Learning everything again. Although he's pretty much been leader for a while.
Literally.
Bluestar's out here struggling, but
But we will catch you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.